Hey everyone, it's Kong again, back at the beginning of another major monthly update, which means new great characters to summon for, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. But first, something we haven't done in a summoning video for a long time, and that's flexing the old luck muscles, getting them warmed up. So usually that would start with a dragon roll. I only have one dragon roll these days because I'm not spending money on that MVP perk. That's fine. We got nothing there, but the true star of the luck muscle warm-up is going to be the accessory boxes. Now that the new equipment is into the normal equipment pool, I've been saving these and these ones, hoping to maybe get one of the new accessory for cheap. So I built up some honor points. Let's do 10. That leaves me with a respectable amount for next month. See if we can get something SSR from this. Oh. Okay, an Eye of the Beholder. Not too surprising. I guess that is pretty much in line with what our expectations were. This is going to be SSR for sure. It's just a question of if it's going to be some old junk or possibly the new... Well, that's some newer junk. Hey, that's pretty good, actually. I think I actually have someone who needs one of those. Alright, can't complain about that. We did get one decent SSR accessory. I feel like the luck muscles are pretty warmed up. Let's go ahead and jump right in. Oh, I guess one thing I should have checked first is if I have any pity stored up. I don't think I do. Let's take this opportunity to check, though. Fortunately, I keep a handy-dandy spreadsheet for all such occasions. Alright, as I thought, I have no pity saved up. Once I got what I wanted last time, I did the responsible thing and just sat there. And that's how I stored up some more summons, so let's hop right in, starting with summon number 10. Pity Thermometer, you get off easy this time. Starting from scratch, and let's see what we get. As I mentioned in Should You Summon, my real goal for this banner is going to be really pretty much one copy of Grenshiel. I would not mind getting one copy of each hero, but I don't think I'm going to go too bananas trying to summon multiple Grenshiels. If you want a 6-star one for playoffs, you are definitely going to need several, but I don't think playoffs is like a big goal for me this season. So, or I mean success in playoffs. Like, I don't think having a 6-star Grenshiel is really going to help me that much. So we'll see. If the summons come in real fast and easy, then maybe I'll just keep going for, ride a luck wave or something like that. But if I just have to go to pity for one, then I'm probably going to be much more inclined to bail before I get too discouraged. So this is summon number 4 here. And we're not getting an SSR on 4. So let's do 5. Their advertised average rate. Definitely not the case. Not the case right now, at least, so we'll go number 6. I do have enough for just over 400 summons, so I could go deep if I wanted to. But, again, like I said, if I'm having atrocious luck, I'm not going to be as inclined to spend all my tickets on like 2 or 3 units. I would rather save them up for collecting the collab units, who are not necessarily great, but they are rare. And for Awakener, who is great, and I definitely want multiple copies of her if possible. So I'm pretty sure that was 7. So we're going to go 8 here. It's typical Kong luck to go all the way to pity at the start of a new summoning session, also at the end of a summoning session, and in the middle of summoning sessions. So this is summon number 9. Typically, if we go this long without getting someone, we're going to pity regardless, so summon number 9 is really just there for show. Alright, so that was just there for show to make you feel like you have a chance of getting good luck on something. So here's the pity. This is going to be an SSR. Question is, which one is it going to be? hoping for Grenshiel. I did predict on main chord last night that it would take me 300 summons to get Grenshiel, and that would be maybe with getting... Oh, I better screenshot that, because that's not her name. Gonna send that to the old Zlong feedback people. So we did get a Joa and Conny. That means for my prediction to hold up, I've got to get Grenshiel in the next 200 summons. So I'm going to keep going there, because 0 Grenshiels is not part of my goals. Definitely want 1. So after going to pity, maybe they're going to have real pity on me and get me an SSR early here. Like in 2, for example. This would be a perfect time to get another SSR. There is a guy in my guild who famously does a single summon after going to pity and gets an SSR almost every time, or at least anecdotally, that's what it looks like. Pretty humorous. For him. Alright, still hoping for a cheap-ish SSR here after going to pity there. Going to pity twice in a row? Certainly not uncommon, but also certainly not pleasant. So let's see if number 4 gets us anything. This is the last time I consider an SSR cheap. Yeah, so we're not going to get another cheap SSR. I say another, I mean we're not going to get a cheap SSR here. So this is going to be 5, officially in not cheap territory. Hoping for Grenshiel. Wouldn't be surprised to see Johnny pop up on my screen again, claiming that he's spying on my summons. He loves to do that in the guild chat. So this is number 6. Alright, so we are going to get an SSR in 6. That's about average. Coming after a pity, it doesn't feel very average. We just have to hope it's Grenshiel now. Oh my god. One of my most common off-banners. Garbage. Look at that. I collect all my off-banner shards in the Hall of Shame, and Tiaras is definitely in first place. Okay, so that's an off-banner in 6, and a pity Joa and Conny, so we're still looking for our first Grenshiel. Hopefully now we'll get the cheap one. I will say I haven't had a really bad off-banner in quite a while, so I suppose that was coming. Definitely want 1 Grenshiel, even if I don't get enough to build her for competitive uses. Because she unlocks a bond for the Awakener, and like I said, the Awakener is a character I really want to build and use. Really cool character. So I want to have her bonds ready, which means I want to have Grenshiel, even if she's just sitting on the bench unlocking bonds for people. So this is summon number 4 in our new session. 200 total. So we've done 200 summons, we've got 2 SSRs, only one of them on banner. That's not very good. A few errands in there. Alright, back up to number 6. This is where we got our Tiaras last time. Pretty much the average rate again. And no, we're going worse than average again. So 3 SSR sessions going worse than average. This is going to make the old rate, the old overall rate go down for sure. So, summon number 7. Thinking we're going to pity here. This is summon number 8. Okay, not quite all the way to pity, so we've got 100 and then 60 and then 80. Pretty bad overall summon totals, but let's see. As long as we get a Grenshiel, then we'll be okay. Like I said, I suspected one Grenshiel in 300 summons for me, and we're not quite at that point yet, so let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens here. Okay, we did get her. Good. I'm going to do a couple more because, what, I have 6 more before I hit that 300 cap? So yeah, 100 and then 60, then 80. Yeah, I can do 60 more summons to be at 300. Not like I set 300 as a goal for myself, but I do want to see if I have better rates than what I thought I would have. Or if the game finally gives me that nice cheap SSR that it owes me. So that's the first one. No dice. Really just shooting for redemption here. There's no need to keep summoning, trying to get shards of these characters, because we're already in really deep and we're starting to get low in the reserve summoning resources. Starting to get low. So this is their chance to balance out the rates. Smooth them out a little bit. Because they were low as heck so far. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. I think we're going into summon number 4 here. Oops. Maybe that'll be a Grenshiel since I skipped the animation. Let's just check. Let's just check. There's got to be an SSR in here since I skipped the animation. Sometimes we just like to mix it up. Although having 2 SRs so far... What is going on? This makes my Lugner 5-star. So 2 off-banner healers. And a Joa Conny. Okay, so at least it's a double. What a weird summoning session. So weird. I'm gonna do a couple more. That's a weird note to end on. Let's just do a couple more, see what happens. The funny thing is I skipped the animation for that too, so I didn't know there were any SSRs in there, and it turned out there were 2. Let's see. Okay, and this is a cheap one. This is an SSR in 2. So this, plus the double on the last session, kind of evens out the rate a little bit. This Grenshiel, I'll be very happy, actually. The Lugner shards I can use. 2 Joa Connys. What on earth is happening? 3 off banners? 2 of them were already 6-star. This is just the craziest, crappiest summoning session. Well, let's see if we can get someone else cheap. If not, we're going to bank this pity for the next banner, because we are getting low now. So we'll do, like, up to 3 or 4, and then we'll just sit on it, carry it forward to the collab. Alright, so first spin here, we're going to get another SSR. If this is off-banner, this is going to be actually hilarious. This moves into actually hilarious territory. Just getting tons of cheap off-banner SSRs. Come on. Come on. Okay, good. Okay, good. We got another Gren. This session is a real roller coaster. Ups and downs. Okay, like I said, I'm going to do a couple to carry the pity forward. Now, when I say that, some people say, like, oh, it doesn't make sense to carry pity forward. That's true if you're just summoning on whatever banner, knowing that you're going to bank pity. But if you're summoning on a banner where you're actually hoping to get the characters, it actually kind of makes sense. Because if you do pop an SSR and get the character, what you're really doing is summoning for that character. But if you don't get the character, you don't feel disappointed because you're already planning to use those summons towards something in the future. So either way, regardless of the outcome, you're pretty much happy. Whereas if you're just doing it on some random banner to bank up, like say like, oh, well, at least I'll have 40 pity ready. But if you get one of those characters, if it's going to be like a character you don't want, then you might as well just save the tickets. Or save the crystals and not spend them. That's truly banked pity, is tickets and vouchers on your account. What I'm doing right here is because I would be happy to get a Grenshiel in 30 or 40 summons. But if I don't, I'm going to be fine because I know I can use those 30 or 40 summons to get one of the collab characters. Okay, I'm not going to go below 10k, so this is going to be my last attempt at getting a Grenshiel here. Otherwise, this pity all goes towards Agnes and Elaine. So this is it. Actually, I'm going to skip this animation too, knowing that this is the last one I'm doing. Doesn't matter if those rainbow endorphins pop up. Instead, we get suspense of going through each character one by one to see if Lugner, Tiaris, or Tiny Jess is in this batch. Anyone? A Grenshiel, perhaps? No. Okay, so that's all pity going forwards. Overall, it's really hard to say whether that was a good session or not, because I did spend a lot, and I got a lot of off-banner shit. But I did get 2 Joa and Conny. I did get 2 Grenshiels. I got my Lugner up to 5 stars. My Lugner was sitting there with a bunch of shards. I haven't built him, but I might as well now. And then I got my off-banner Tiaris and my off-banner T-Jess. But that, if the off-banners outweighed the on-banners, it would have felt really bad. But now that the on-banners are back in the lead, I guess I kind of don't feel as bad about it. So that is going to be the end of this session. Hopefully you all had way better luck than that. 2 Grenshiels I'm not super jazzed about, especially for the amount of tickets that it cost me. But we are going to be sitting on these now until collab time. I do have some Strategy Squad rewards coming in next month, and then about a month worth of free summons to pick up, so that's usually like 100 to 120 summons over the course of a month. So I should be in an okay position for the collab, and then maybe when Awakener time comes around, maybe it's going to be time to spend a little bit on the game again. We shall see. I'm not really committed to that quite yet. So with all that said, I wish you all the best of luck, thank you for stopping by and watching this session, and I will catch you in the next one. Happy Langrissing, everyone.